All right, guys, it's the day before duck season here in Missouri, and we come in here and build a blind on the St. Francis River. The weather is untypically warm, so we're trying to get as close to them as we possibly can. We'll come in and set up all the decoys from Hardcore, the Vortex, the Mojos, and we're probably going to smack them.
We're out here opening weekend in the middle zone, and this river's rose a little bit. We're out here, we're going to make some makeshift blind.
There's a refuge, federal refuge that runs down here along the St. Francis River here where we're hunting, and holds thousands of birds, and we usually have, you know, pretty good luck in here.
When we hunt this river, we have to cross over a ditch that the water darn near comes over your chest waders.
To get to where we hunted today, I guarantee you 98% of the people would not have went through it. We had to climb down a 30-foot cliff that was nothing but a solid, slick, muddy bank. I hooked up a rope just to where we could climb down that thing. Lord help us when we try to get back up it, because we don't know how we're going to get there just yet.
Hard work.
We take a lot of pride in this hunt every year, and we make sure everybody's hid good. We build these makeshift blinds for everybody, make sure everybody's just concealed to the utmost that we possibly can.
Now, this is the time of year when the big ducks are starting to make it happen, and you have got to be hidden. You'll see a lot of us wearing face paint. A lot of our blinds that we're building with willows is so thick. Yesterday we came in here before we ever started hunting today, and we built this blind. Larry brought his snips. We cut them willows like we've showed you in previous episodes. We made makeshift blinds. We put ourselves in a position to succeed. That a lot of times determines whether or not you're going to kill anything. You got to put yourself in a position to succeed. You can't just overnight it and think that you're going to kill a bunch of ducks. It doesn't work that way. You know, the busiest day of the duck hunting season is opening day. That's when everybody who is a duck hunter is out hunting. And you have to have a tactic that is not only good for opening day, but good for the entire season. Now, here's what we've done. Behind me is the St. Francis River that runs from north to south in southeast Missouri. It is close to, as the crow flies, about a mile away from a federal refuge that's holding 25 to 30,000 ducks right now. Now, a lot of the pressure is going to be right on top of that refuge and in a lot of pits that surround this river. So what do? We go where the ducks want to rest. It's called an ambush point. These ducks are getting pressured off this river, and they come to it to relax. And that's where we're at, set up with our decoys to kill them. Now, here's the thing. You can do this at home. Get on the maps on the internet, or get a paper printed map of a local refuge that's in your area, or where there's a highly populated amount of ducks that sit on a refuge or on a field. Find you a ditch, a river that's got a good opening in it that you can get decoys in, and I promise you, opening day, but all season, you can be a successful duck hunter on that river.
The best duck hunting weather for the situation we had today on this river would be a cloudy day. But we had a clear day.
In the last week in itself, the temperatures have jumped up and down 20 degrees every single day. Hot one day, cold the next day. These ducks are not stable. They're in here, they're out here, they're pushing in and out all the time. And it's hard to pattern a duck like that. But the one thing you need to do is get out there and go hunting, take it for what it is, and go from there.
These ducks work over these trees. It's hard to get them down below the trees. You have to really be a good caller. You got to know when to be soft, when to be loud, because you can blow them out of this river as fast as they come in.
setting decoys out in a river like where we are today, obviously you got the current, they're all going to be facing the same direction. But you got to go that extra mile, you got to be creative, and that's where that vortex come into play. And without it, we wouldn't have killed but a handful of ducks.
And it's kind of hard to get them even land close into the decoys because the river's moving so swift. Even keeping the decoys out in the water can be an issue because it's moving so fast that the weights are picking up off the bottom of the river.
It took a lot of try over and over and over again and keep being very persistent on these ducks. They really didn't want in the spot that we had for them, but good calling, good decoys made all the difference in the world.
When we hunt this river, we have to bring our 4 dogs because the current's so swift that once you kill a duck, you gotta get the dog on it or it's gone.
Good boys, Blake.
Now, one of the things that you'll see in these videos is I allow my dog to break in this river. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but when those birds hit this water, the current is so swift that if I don't allow my dog to go get that bird as soon as he sees it, then it could be, 300 or 400 yards downriver and moving and picking up speed before you know it. Not a lot of people let their dogs break, and I understand the reasons why, and I have no argument against it. But when I'm hunting this river, I let my dog break because I don't want to lose any ducks. And it's about having fun. It's opening day. The tactics that we use, though, they are very successful. Tried, true, and we just have a lot of success on this river, and that's the reason why we continue to come here year after year after year on opening weekend. Man, what an awesome hunt. You know, there's nothing like hunting opening day of duck season. But I want to encourage you to join us next week as we continue hunting in southeast Missouri. Till we see you again, this is Xtreme Flyways.